you're looking to dive into topics on how to live a happier, healthier, more fit, and long lifespan, then you've come to the right podcast. Livin the Dream with me, Coach Damian Evans. Together, we will explore the topics on all things health, fitness, and wellness. Together, we will be lifelong learners on this journey to living the ultimate dream. What up, Dream Team? Coach D here, coming at you with another growth MINIsode. This will be a bite-sized episode with the goal of setting a growth-minded intention and focus for the upcoming week. Each MINIsode is going to offer a quote that encapsulates the theme of the week. And after the quote, we're going to dive into a weekly focus, something small that we can concentrate on for the following 7 days. As well as we're going to touch on a physical activity and a nutritional tip that will better assist us in working towards a more healthy and optimal way of living our own dream life. And each MINIsode is going to end with the recommendation for the week. The recommendation could be anything from a podcast, a book, an article, a paper, anything that I think is going to help better educate ourselves toward the overall focus of the week. And if this is your first time listening to a MINIsode, the goal is to listen on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday to be ready to start the challenges of the week on Monday. So listen to just one MINIsode every week, and as that week finishes, move on to the next week's MINIsode. I mean, you could start all the way over at MINIsode number 1, or you can join up with the team right now. These MINIsodes will only be as beneficial to you as you're willing to make them. So if you're playing along with the weekly focuses or the physical activity and nutrition tips, it'll help you be much more successful to do this with someone in your life. So grab an accountability buddy and share on your social media platforms the challenges of the week. You never know who is going to be quietly watching and rooting for you, and you never know whose life you will truly inspire just by sharing your journey, both the challenges and the successes. You're going to be far more likely with a support system and a social network to be successful. Get someone that's chasing similar fitness goals as you and do this with them. And as you work on making your life healthier and you motivate your network through your positive actions and your lifestyle choices, the ripple effect, it's unimaginable with who will be touched by you motivating and posting and including others in your journey. So let's dive into this week's Growth MINIsode. This week's quote comes from American author and poet Jason Reynolds. The quote says, "Be not afraid of discomfort. If you are unable to put yourself in a situation where you are uncomfortable, then you're never going to grow, change, or learn." Be not afraid of discomfort. If you're unable to put yourself in a situation where you're uncomfortable, then you will never grow, change, or learn. Friends, I can't explain to you enough how important I think this really is. This is actually one of the few lifestyle strategies that I use every single day. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the term hormesis, but hormesis is commonly defined as a beneficial or stimulatory effect caused by exposure to low doses of an agent known to be toxic at higher doses. So said in another way, and how I prefer to look at it, hormesis is a small stressor that you engage in that makes your body, mind, and spirit respond and rebound from to make us stronger, more resilient, and better in some way. Hormesis is a small stressor that you engage in that makes your body, mind, and spirit respond and rebound from to make us stronger, more resilient, or better in some way. I've done my best to live my life this way and consider this effect anytime I have a decision between two or more options. I also believe that most of our society does the opposite of this. And this is why our communities are more sick, tired, weak, unhappy, bored, and easily triggered more than they have ever been before. Let me explain. We as humans love comfort. We love knowing what's coming. We love having the easy fix and the magic pill of instant gratification. We can go our whole day getting whatever we want without having to move to get it, and while staying in an environment that we can control. We can do that if we want that. If we don't force ourselves to, we never have to use our willpower muscles. We never have to work on delayed gratification. And we never have to experience temperatures outside of our AC, heater, controlled homes, cars, offices. We never have to experience boredom. And we never have to expend more physical energy than we are able to. These are all challenging things that you have the choice every single day to do, and we have the choice to take the easier version or the hard version. Think about it. Exercise is a hormetic effect. When you exercise, you stress the body. You respond by rebuilding those micro tears in the muscle. You respond by refilling that oxygen deficit that you created when you do that cardiovascular exercise. You rebound stronger and more resilient if you train properly. Hot and cold therapy like saunas, ice baths, cryotherapies, all of these have hormetic effects. They train your body to respond to extreme temperatures, and in turn, they strengthen many systems in your body to become stronger and more resilient, including your immune function and your thermoregulation systems. Standing in line at the store and not looking at your phone because you're bored has a hormetic effect. Let me explain. This seems so trivial and small, I know, but when you fight that addictive urge to grab your phone and open up that screen and open up your social media apps or your email anytime that you find you don't have anything else to do, when you fight that habit, you're strengthening your willpower. You are strengthening your delayed gratification, and you're showing yourself that you have power over that intense dopamine-driven response to search out excitement. When you tell yourself that you're going to take stairs no matter what, even if you have 15 bags of groceries, or you tell yourself that you're going to park in the back no matter what, even if you're exhausted from a long day of taxing work, you're proving to yourself that you're strong enough, that you have the discipline, and you're reinforcing that you are in control and you have the power. These are all small stressors to the body and the mind that will compound into something amazing that would never have been possible had you kept living this life of comfort. Anytime that I have a big or small decision, I look at the options. I look at them and I say, which option is more challenging? Which option would the majority of people not choose because it's too hard? Which option is the opposite of the easiest, and which option is going to make me a stronger soul? Be not afraid of discomfort. If you are unable to put yourself in a situation where you are uncomfortable, then you will never grow, change, or learn. It is in the discomfort where you will find out who you really can become, what your most impressive version of yourself actually could look like. You show yourself how you can respond in challenging situations, how you can decide not to avoid the hard thing, how you prove to yourself that you can handle whatever challenges you face, no matter how uncomfortable. And when you're at the end of this life journey, you can look back and say, I did the hard stuff. I made sure I got out of my comfort zone and I pushed myself to be better. And I'm proud that I didn't let myself take the easy way out. I didn't follow the crowd. So this week, we're going to be working on getting a little uncomfortable. Our weekly focus, after all that dramatic stuff, our weekly focus is to take a contrast shower every morning this week, right? Super easy. Contrast showering is basically therapeutic contrasting. That it's the act of quickly changing your body temperature from hot to cold and back again. And in that sudden burst of cold water, you're going to feel that blood flow. You're going to cause blood flow to vital organs while stimulating your autonomic and immune systems. And it's also going to be giving you this huge burst of energy. How you're going to do this? Well, the last few minutes of your shower, whatever that looks like, do 10 seconds as cold as that thing can go. 10 seconds. Then back to warm for 30 seconds. Repeat this for 3 or more rounds. And you can always play with those numbers if 10 seconds is just not enough for you, or if it's too much, play with those numbers. Right now, I do 45 seconds of cold, and I do 30 seconds of warm, and I go back and forth for about 4 or 5 rounds. I started off with 10 and 30. We rarely ask our body to go outside of these small ranges of temperature. Think about your everyday life. You rarely ask yourself to get super hot or super cold, I'm guessing. Your body, you sweat when you're hot and you shiver when you're cold. And these are systems in the body that are part of your thermoregulation, shivering and sweating. If you do not use these systems, you will lose the ability to thermoregulate as we evolve to as humans. This can have a huge impact on your immune system function. Now, we've talked about the benefits of cold therapy and cold showers a few times in past masterclass episodes and minisodes. But I want to put aside those health benefits for this week and strictly do this because we're training our discipline, we're training our willpower, and we're training our minds to do the hard thing, to get uncomfortable. Every inch of you is going to be saying, I do not want to turn that shower knob to cold. Don't do it. And when you're in the cold and you lose your breath, everything inside of your being is going to say, get out, stop, turn it back to hot. And you're going to find out who you really are in these moments. Are you the type of person that runs away when the stuff gets hard? Are you the type of person that throws in the towel? Are you the type of person that shows that you're capable? Show yourself, if you put your mind to it, you can do it, and it's not so bad. And on the other side of that discomfort is a feeling that we rarely get to reward ourselves with. So every day this week, cold and hot contrast showers. Sure, the health benefits are there, but more to show yourself that you can. And think about the hormetic decisions throughout the week where you can consider what everyone else is doing when it comes to taking the easy way out, taking the easiest route, and you can decide to go the harder option because that's what you and your mindset, that's what you guys are made of. So moving on to this week's physical activity tip. This week, your tip for physical activity is be ready always. What do I mean by that? Be ready always. Well, oftentimes we are able to talk ourselves out of physical activity, talk ourselves out of training because of this excuse or that excuse, whatever it is. Well, not this Livin the Dream Team. No, we don't make excuses. We do everything in our power to be ready always. So keep an extra pair of workout clothes and running shoes in your car. Keep it in your office. Don't give yourself excuses to miss your workouts. Make sure you plan ahead and make sure you have a backup if these things don't go as planned, because that's gonna happen. If you end up working late and you usually go to your training session after work, well, guess what? I have an at-home workout video that I do with some home equipment because I couldn't make it to the gym. I couldn't make it to my group fitness session. Or I have a mobility routine that I can do at home 5-10 minutes before bed, making sure that I got just that little bit of movement in. Anything's better than nothing. Or I can go outside and go for a quick walk. I'll do that instead. I'm going to be ready always. I'm going to make a game plan. You can make excuses or you can make it happen. We all have excuses and we all lose motivation, but you're bigger and you're stronger and you're more powerful than that. To let those excuses stop you from obtaining your bigger why. Be ready for whatever may happen because life is going to throw you opportunities to miss your workout more times than not, most likely. It's going to give you these chances to miss your training. It will offer you every option in the world that you want to do over exercising and working on your health. Plan for those moments and shine and celebrate when you overcome them. This week's nutrition tip: think you're hungry, think you're starving, but you're not really sure. If you think you're hungry, tip 1, drink 8 to 16 ounces of water and then wait 10 to 15 minutes. Tip 2, take a quick 5 to 10 minute short walk outside. So tip 1, drink 8 to 16 ounces of water and wait 10 to 15 minutes. Tip 2, take a 5 to 10 minute short walk outside. If you're still hungry after doing one or both of these, then eat. You're probably hungry and you probably need some nutrients. Oftentimes though, you'll find boredom and craving kicks in out of habit, and you're actually not that hungry, but you're searching for something that you're not giving yourself. Give it a shot and see how your eating habits change. And lastly, this week's recommendation is to listen to a podcast from the Ben Greenfield Fitness Podcast, one of the best and oldest, longest running podcasts when it comes to fitness and biohacking. The episode is titled Busting the Myth of Pre- and Post-Workout Meals, Fasted Exercise, and Its Benefits. This is episode 1016, so 1016, and it was released on December 27th, 2018. Ben is one of the most famous biohackers in the world. He experiments on himself with the newest technologies, the newest supplements, and science-based tactics that work on being this crazy high-performing and longevity machine. I'm going to include the link to this episode where he discusses the nutrition and around training and then focuses on fasted training and ways to benefit from it. It's a little high level. He gets a little sciencey. So make sure you listen to this while you're not doing anything mentally taxing because it's going to go right over your head if you're not focused. Let me know what you think. Ben Greenfield Fitness Podcast, Busting the Myth of Pre- and Post-Workout Meals, Fasted Exercise, and Its Benefits. Episode 1016, released on December 27, 2018. And that's it, my friends, for this week's Growth MINIsode. Each week, we're going to focus on something new and dial in a different aspect of physical activity and nutrition. Share with your friends and family and hold each other accountable. Post on your social media stories when you take the harder option and when you decide to hormetically challenge yourself so that you can get uncomfortable. Post a video of you taking your cold, well, maybe not you taking your cold, but talking about your cold and hot contrast showers. That might be a little weird. Or making sure you are always ready to overcome the excuses in your life. Make sure you tag me and share your journey. Let me know if you have any suggestions and tips that would help this Live in the Dream team that I can discuss on future episodes. I'm going to be here right with you, working on making us stronger, happier, and healthier humans. Until next time, friends, keep living the dream.